we're back on the show, and with me, my guest today has been sharing with us his exploits in Singapore. We're also going to talk about India. So just before we went on break, you were sharing with us what happened in Singapore.
Yeah.
Please continue.
So I was saying that Singapore was where I really found God. I really developed a stronger relationship with God. Because where I learned to speak in tongues. Because I remember back in Fountain of Life, we used to have this. I was in the choir as well. I think God just always does this. Every church I go to, I have to be involved in the activities there.
Because you use your instruments.
Yeah,
you play instruments, do you?
I play instruments. I play the.
And do you sing?
I sing as well, but not as much as my wife. She's the singing.
Singer. Okay.
So when we gathered together to pray, they would tell everyone, speak in tongues, because I don't know how to keep my mouth shut. But one of the ladies came one day and said, I said you should speak in tongues, don't speak so I started doing blah, 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 blah,
and eventually...
I just started saying anything just to be able to deceive her so that she can leave me alone.
Oh, wow.
Because, I never knew how to.
Yes.
But when I got to Singapore was where I was able to speak in tongues under the ministry of that man of God.
I did mention that before we went on break that you went to India and you did your degree in India.
Yeah, no, it wasn't actually in India. We had an Indian school in Nigeria.
Oh, an Indian school in Nigeria. And what's the name of that Indian school that was in Nigeria?
It was the school is actually the name of the school where they had the campus in Nigeria was Sikkim Manipal University.
Is that in Nigeria?
Yeah, they had a campus because right now they don't have it. It was under this school, Aptech. I don't know if you heard about that. Yeah. So they had that program, the campus, satellite campus in Nigeria.
On getting to the UK, you did eventually meet your wife, wasn't it? In terms of your relationship, how did that happen?
I think it was probably because all of my friends were getting married. I was like, what is it? Am I cost ability? I'm just here, nobody. I know. So I was always praying every day. But I remember one particular Sunday, I think I was tired. I was tired of being alone. I was like, God, you need to do something now. And I'm not the type that I've changed.
Okay.
I didn't want to be sleeping around going,
ladies' men anymore.
Exactly. Ladies' man.
Just say.
All right. So I didn't want to be the ladies' man anymore. So I wanted to settle down. So I prayed, I asked God, please, Lord, I want you to answer me. I want you to give me favor today. That was one prayer I prayed that morning as I was on my way. But the previous day, my pastor called me and asked me if we had a guest minister come in. Normally we have guest ministers like that.
Okay.
So if we have a guest minister come in, what are you expecting them to come do? Okay. So I was like, okay, let them send the songs down and all of that.
Okay, so you can prepare.
Yeah. So I prayed and knelt down and said, God, give me favor today as I'm going to church, whatever. I don't know whatever way you want to do it. So I got there. And lo and behold, this young lady came in. She came in to sing. She came in and dropped the songs to me. So she said she wanted to do it on this key.
Can I just ask?
Yes.
When you saw her, did you have that light bulb moment?
No, lights did not bulb anything. Well, I think for me, when she started singing was when I announced, well, there might be something there.
Okay.
It was us singing. Okay. Because I've listened to people sing, even in our church there, but she was just amazing. I like people that can engage with the crowd, people that have anointing.
Yes, to connect people.
Exactly.
Right.
So she had that. So it was something of interest to me.
Okay.
So when she came in, she said she gave me the songs. She said she wanted to do it on C. Like, okay, you want to do it on C? Do you even know what C is? That was the best thing I was thinking. And I said, it might be too high for you. The way she looked at me, I said, in my head, I was like, okay, I made it look like that. Don't worry.
Okay.
So I gave her this. I gave her the key, and she started singing. At one point, I think she got hooked. The thing was not very pleasant. So she came back and said I should change the key. I was like, no, did I not tell you?
Like I told you so.
So after that, after that, she went to talk to my pastor. Okay. My pastor asked me to comment. So when she introduced me to her, this is Anna, blah blah blah, and I knew what was up.
Okay.
You know, but my mind wasn't really into. I just like, okay, whatever, mommy, you want to do, no problem. So we just started talking, and I found that she was into project management because I was into project management as well.
So there was something in
so
common.
I had some things in common. She was expressive, and I like people that are expressive, people that I can engage with. Exactly.
She was ticking slowly, ticking the boxes.
Absolutely, people that I can engage with intellectually. I like that.
Okay.
So after the we spoke, my friend said, okay, let's go eat, because normally after Sundays like that we tend to go out for a meal.
Okay.
So they said she was coming as well, so I drove in her car. So it was that journey that was giving me the this lady likes movie. Correct.
So you were ticking again.
Yes, I mentioned this movie. She's Sabiam. She has one. I said, "Child, this is the bone of my bone." In my head, from the car, I was already convinced that, okay, I think I want to have a relationship with this person.
Right.
You know.
She did say to us that by the end of that day, that you
I asked her out. I told her, yes, she's gonna be my wife.
You actually knew. Did you know that then?
I think while we were eating was when I remembered the prayer I prayed at home.
Oh, in the morning.
The favor. Like, okay, so maybe this is God trying to. So let me not come and enter one chance and allow this to
go away.
I'm gonna.
You just hooked it.
Yeah, drop the bombshell. Told her she's gonna be my wife.
Well, thank you for sharing that, because it's always the other side that you hear. You hear about a lady, you don't hear about the man. So going forward, I know you guys got married. She told us about the marriage.
Yeah.
And you shared something with me that I think is quite profound that we talk about before we actually finish the show. That there was a stage where financially you had to then depend on your. Can you share that with us? Because I think that's a bit of a big one for most men.
I think for me, I'm very grateful to my wife. She's the most understanding person in the whole wide world. I never would have asked for another woman. Now, I know it's not very pleasant when a pleasant thing, especially with the African folk, when you have to live with a woman and she's the one feeding you and clothing you.
So you were actually living at...
I was living in her house back then, Dunstable. She bought the house. So I was living with her. I'd lost my job, so she was the one buying the clothes, buying the food. If you see me looking all good, it was because she was spending money. You know, so I just really, really wanted to thank God and thank her for being so patient. So all throughout that time, even back home, a whole lot of people will see me on Instagram, on Facebook, they don't know that it is woman that they pay your, you know. So that was what it was before God, just decided to just start making a way. I think it was just, for me, I think it was just a build
must have been a humbling experience.
Yeah, it was a humbling experience for me, because I've always had that mind. I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this is what I'm gonna be. But then his thoughts. How does the Bible put it? The man makes his ways, or is it the Lord orders his steps? So your thoughts are not his thoughts. What he plans for you may not be what you have planned for yourself. So I think God was just taking me through a process just to humble me, just to build me up, just to help me to be able to understand, to be able to learn to love as well, to appreciate things.
Can I just ask, I know that when men go through that, some men actually get quite, what's that word, aggressive. They might necessarily, because of the situation that they found themselves. It was difficult for me. It was difficult for me, because sometimes when I sit down, I don't want to have to go and be, although I know we were married, but how can I be going to go? Because although I'm international, I would say, but I still have the Nigerian thing going. And there's a male ego, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe. It was quite difficult. Sometimes I don't feel comfortable asking, even though I know I'm struggling. I don't feel comfortable asking her. There are some days I would go visiting. I would not even have £10 to, so when I'll probably have just £10 to take the train to where you going. So when I get to the train, I'll trek back home. So it was struggle for me, initially, but I think because of how God has been able to form, I've seen things happen all my life.
Exactly.
So I've seen a whole lot of things. Yes. So I tend to look at things from, okay, maybe it's just God. Let me just be humble. Let me not think too much into it. God is working his things.
Ways like economics. Just as we round up, Michael, could you share with us? Because I know that when you married your wife, she already had a son.
Yeah.
How was that journey for you in terms of you know, embracing her, embracing, you know, a child that is not from your own loins, and being able to build that relationship?
I think it was quite easy for me because to start with, I was a love child. Somebody else took me in. You know, another woman took me in. She could have said no. You know,
and she took you in as her
own child. And today, like I said, she calls me her firstborn. You know, so it was really a no-brainer for me. Why would I need to really think about it? Because from the very first day I knew her, she told me about the fact that she had a child. You know, so but it wasn't an issue. I liked her from the beginning. Not it wasn't because of anything. So her telling me that she has a child and then that changing my mind means I was just really you know. So from the very onset, it was okay for me. So although I know we have our challenges, every relationship, even mine, when I came in with my stepmom, wasn't very smooth. So I understand. Would have and he's a young boy as well. You know, I was a man of the house before the top dog came in to come in and I want to start making the rules, you know. So, but yeah, it's a process. Every relationship go through such processes. So, yeah.
Thank you for that. And, you know, as I round up, I just want to touch on the fact that for me, whenever we have interviews and we have people on the show, it even makes me understand more, you know, I call God the biggest strategist.
Yeah, he is indeed.
You know,
absolutely.
How he strategizes our lives. So you've been through something like that, was in preparation for what was going to happen to you in future. So that had already prepared you, prepared your mind, prepared everything in terms of you to be able to embrace the kind of marriage you went into and, you know, accept Joshua as your son, you know.
Absolutely.
And that's why I always call God
a master strategist. You know, he's the alpha, he's the one that knows the end of a thing from the beginning.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah.
And he had already planned it and seen it.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Thank you very much for sharing your story. One of the things I said to you in a very short notice in which I gave you was that I tend to find that more men struggle to come and share their story. So when we have men on the show, it's always a privilege for me. And I think when other men can openly share their stories, encourages other men that are either in that situation or going through that situation or being through that situation, or when they get to that situation, to be able to know that there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
I think it's just, to be honest, for me, it's a testimony.
Yes.
All of the things that I had to go through is a testimony. To be able to share it, it's just to be able to encourage people out there.
That's right.
No matter what the situation is, you may have gone through the worst.
Yes.
You know, but just know that if you have your faith in God, if you hold on to God, He's definitely going to see you through. You know, and they say if a man that finds a wife finds a good thing and then obtained favor.
Well, yes.
So
because even career-wise, now you told me you do Forex and, you know,
exactly. God has just taken me from that zero to hero level. You know, I'm really, really very grateful.
Funny you should say that. Someone on the show that we also interviewed said exactly the same thing, from zero to hero. Thank you. Well, it's been a pleasure interviewing you, Michael.
Pleasure was mine.
Thank you.
Next week on Story Before Glory.
We were told right from a very young age that we are not supposed to be married into a Christian home. My plan was not to become a Christian. My plan was to get what my heart desired, to wear a white gown.